Dear English postgraduates, striving PG TRB English examination competitors, greetings to all of you. Welcome to the platform of Fluency School of English to get ready for the race of PG TRB English examination. Fluency School of English is a wonderful driving platform for you to swim across the race, the PG TRB English examination. In this video, the gist of the Fairy Queen has been presented to you. Vaishu is the theme that runs through the Fairy Queen. The 6 virtues are holiness, temperance, friendship, justice and courtesy. Author represents the virtue of magnificence, which is the perfection of all the rest, and contained in it them all. The 7 deadly sins are the opposite of the virtual ideal. These 7 deadly sins are idleness, gluttony, luxury, avarice, envy and wrath. Their appearance appropriate to the names. The Fairy Queen Book 4 deals with the virtue of friendship. Book 4 speaks about the friendship of Campbell-Tymond pairs, and also speaks about the sad story of Amoret and Florimel. Amyos and Plazios are another pair of friends in Book 4. Almost all the essential events have been presented here. Hope you will enjoy the travel with me, finding this video that fulfills all your demands to crack the contest. Be with me until the last. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also don't fail to send your feedback. The Fairy Queen Book 4 Part 1 Canto 1 and 2. The story of Amoret and Florimel is the saddest of all that have been ever written. Scudamore won the love of Amoret, defeating 20 knights. But even though they were married, Wizard Bizrain steals her away on the very night of the wedding and keeps her captive for 7 months. But in the book 3, Britomart rescued Amoret. Now both Britomart and Amoret are traveling together. Here they are also. Now both Britomart and Amoret are traveling together. But the travel causes Amoret a bit of discomfort because she doesn't want Britomart, a strange young man, to try anything romantic or sexuality with her. Readers should remind that Britomart is still in disguise of a man. Amoret knows that it's her duty to be faithful to Scudamore only. But Britomart surprisingly doesn't make any sexual moves. They come to a castle. The tradition is that any knight unattached to a lady can compete for the company of any single woman present there. Amoret happened to be the single woman. One night, seeing beautiful Amoret, decides to compete for her. Britomart is not happy about this. Britomart says that Amoret belongs to her, and so the challenging knight must defeat Britomart first. Britomart easily unseats the young knight. Britomart feels bad that the defeated king knight must sleep outside the castle doors according to another old tradition. Anyhow, Britomart wants him to stay inside. Britomart removes her disguise and now reveals her gender and beauty to everyone. The knight is amazed and overwhelmed by her generosity. Amoret is relieved from her fear that she will have to stay with an unknown male, believing that Britomart to be a male. Amoret joins Britomart in bed and the two become very close, possibly even in a sexual way also. The knight is amazed and overwhelmed by her and her generosity while Amoretus is relieved. In the early morning, Britomart and Amoret go out searching for their former companions. In the early morning, Britomart and Amoret go out searching for the former companions. Britomart, Red Cross, and Amoret, Scudamore. In the early morning, Britomart and Amoret go out searching for the former companions. Britomart and Amoret come across two knights each with beautiful ladies. 8 is the mother of debate and is the source of disagreement and conflict between. 8 lives next to hell in a cave that is easy to enter but not to exit. That cave is decorated with many historical objects commemorating the discords, some famous and some not. Outside her house is covered with weeds literally grown for the seeds of discord that she planted. These seeds also indirectly nourish her since they cause people to fight and allow her to drink the blood. 8 is extremely ugly with a tongue divided into forms, deformed ears and unequal feet and hands. 8 is so invested in being evil that she challenges even the god and his desire for peace of the earth. Like Divasa, 8 is also able to disguise herself into a beautiful woman in order to work her mischief. Divasa and 8 are the two beautiful ladies traveling with the two knights. The other knights who travel with them are Blandamer and Paridel. Blandamer is an impressive knight but a fleet and who the readers have met before. When Blandamer sees Britomart riding with Amoret, Blandamer jokes that Paridel should go after the beautiful Amoret. Paridel thinks this is a great idea, but when Paridel recognizes Britomart having defeated him earlier, he becomes hesitant and claims that it would be foolish to put him in danger again for something as inconsistent as love. Blandamer decides that he will go after Amoret, but Blandamer ends up being knocked off his horse while Britomart and Amoret ride off. Yet Blandamer loves and wants Amoret. Meanwhile, Scudamore is coming towards them. This is a very unwelcome sight to Scudamore to see Amoret with a knight disguised from Britomart and Blandamer following her. Blandamer knows not the relationship between Scudamore and Amoret. Blandamer asks Paridel to fight with him against the knight Scudamore. Paridel agrees. Paridel and Scudamore rush at each other, but they are both knocked off their horse by themselves. Scudamore quickly recovers. Paridel is seriously wounded. This causes Blandamer to fear that he will take vengeance on Scudamore. But here intervenes Duvesso, asking the knights to stop fighting over love. Duvesso tells Scudamore that his love Amoret has run off with another knight. Here we come to know how silly these two knights are, who are fooled by Duvesso and 8. 8 to further infuriate Scudamore swears and describes that she saw a knight in his shield with face broken, his kiss, embrace, and sleep with Amoret for many nights. Scudamore becomes completely heartbroken. Scudamore's plight makes Glass quite unconcerned, and Blandomir is quite pleased. Blandomir taunts Scudamore. Scudamore becomes enraged that he almost kills the nurse Glass and insults Bittermouth for the unworthiness. Glass tries to calm him down, but in vain. Glass attempts to reason Scudamore. Goes feebly. Blandomir and Paridel speak harshly to Glass. Blandomir, Paridel and their ladies ride on and encounter the young knight Ferrau. Knight Ferrau has recently taken Florimel from Braggadocio. But actually she is not the real Florimel. She is the false Florimel. Blandomir lusts after the imitation Florimel, but tries to get Paridel to fight for him again. Paridel says Blandomir must fight for Ferrau. Blandomir wins the battle and claims Florimel for his own. Paridel is filled with envy towards him. Aid seizes this opportunity to drive a wedge between Paridel and Blandomir. Aid reminds Paridel of all the little offences Blandomir has committed against him. Blandomir and Paridel battle while Duessa and Aid encourage their anger. Their fight seems to go on forever. The Squire of Dames arrives and breaks up the conflict. The Squire of Dames encourages the two knights to unite in Florimel's cause. Blandomir is suspicious at first. Blandomir, Paridel and their respective ladies come upon Campbell and Triamond with their respective wives Canacee and Cambina. Canacee had once been so highly desired bride that her brother Campbell had to hold a tournament. The knight who could defeat him would gain Canacee for his own. Canacee gave her brother a magic ring which would heal his wounds and renew his strength. Triamond is one of the three brothers, triplets born to the Fay Agape. The mother Fay Agape approached the Fays to make a bargain. The bargain is, when the thread of the lifeline of one son is cut, it should be added to the thread of the other ones, Campbell and Triamond. Campbell is told of the tale of the three brothers' challenge. The first brother, Triamond, fought Campbell but was slain. Triamond's soul, instead rising to heaven, entered into the bodies of his brothers Diamond and Triamond. Diamond then battles Campbell but is also slain. Diamond's soul and Triamond's soul enter Triamond. Triamond, now with the life force of the three men, battles Campbell. Campbell kills Triamond. Campbell destroys only one cell. So the remaining two souls rise against to battle. Triamond, now with the life force of three men, battles Campbell. Campbell, being afraid that he is now facing some dark power, fights more cautiously, extending the battle. Triamond is struck by a killing blow again. But again, Triamond rises with two remaining souls. Our Timon is fighting with only one soul. Campbell's magic ring restores his vitality, but the battle is interrupted by the arrival of Timon's sister. Campbell's magic ring restores his vitality, but the battle is interrupted by the arrival of Timon's sister Cambina. Cambina is riding a chariot pulled by mighty lions. Campbell falls in love with Cambina at first sight. The contest is resolved with Timon winning Canasi, while Campbell takes Cambina for his bride. Part 4, Book 4, Part 1 is over. Thanks. Best wishes.